Alright, the break is over and we have a brand new Black Clover chapter to talk about. Moving on to it, it seems like we're continuing off from last time where Asta stopped Lolo from exploding. And holy shit, man, the first page looks really, really cool. I mean, the situation's very grim, don't get me wrong, but I love how Asta arrives in the scene and you see Noelle looking at a distance. All the what appears to be tree roots all over the place. But yeah, also stopped Lolo from exploding, and then Libe looks a bit confused because only one gate's been open, and he's wondering why Supreme Devil is there, unknown that she appeared from Vanica. And then we see Asta get a clear look at the situation, and he's extremely fearful. I mean, can you blame him? He just entered the decaying world. And Magicula, she's like, oh, wow, that must be the anti-magic boy that the Vanica was talking about. So, she finds him intriguing. And then, now we know that, well, not now, but she made it clear that she still needs to kill Lola Pachica and Vanica in order for her to completely manifest. So, that's a priority goal, that's her priority at the moment. And then, we actually see, this is what I love, right? We see Charlotte. She stands back up and she's still ready to fight. And can I just say, Charlotte has been a champ throughout the last few chapters. She will not go down at all. Bro, absolute queen. Can you just imagine if Yami was here to see this? He'd have a lot to say. But then we see Rill. He activates a new spell, Twilight Valhalla, which, thanks to the magic, anybody who's within its range won't die, and no matter what happens, they won't take any damage. However, when the spell is done, they'll receive all the damage they've had before returned back to them. And I think that's really cool. And you know what that makes me think about? I've said it on Twitter, and I've been saying it, I mean, I've mentioned it on Twitter, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and just imagine the possibility of, like, a new Black Clover game, and it ends up being an RPG. Like a Final Fantasy-esque game, or it's like a 3v3 game. Not 3v3, but like a party of 3, and you're fighting against various mages and bosses and whatnot. And then you have Rill in your party, and he activates the spell. It would come so clutch against like a boss or a really tough enemy or opponent. Of course, it comes with like a heavy toll. You could only use it temporarily. Then afterwards, all the damage you receive returns back to you. It's really cool, you know. I can't help but thinking about the possibilities of a new Black Clover game, especially it being an RPG. So yeah, I really like Real Spell, and judging from his activation of it, it's not a brand new spell. It seems like it's something he learned possibly during the time skip, because we didn't see his grimoire appear and show that it's a new spell. But yeah, you know, I love that Charlotte and Rill are, you know, continuing to show why they're captains and how they're still willing to help against the fight towards Magicula. I thought it was really cool. Then moving on to it, you know, Magicula, she's fascinated by Charlotte and Rill's ability to continue to fight. So then she summons, I thought this was really cool, she summons just an army of living corpses that they've gathered thanks to all, you know, all the people they've killed over the years, and she's imbued them with the souls of Acer and Vanica. So they're very powerful warriors, which reminds me of a bit of Berserk when Guts had to fight an army of a similar army in, well, not similar, somewhat similar in the manga. So I thought that was really cool. Oh, and back to Real Spell, I was also mentioned on Twitter that his spell is very similar to an ability he had in Phantom Knights, the mobile game. And I haven't played, I mean, nobody's played it since December, but I do remember having trouble against the real boss fight that you have, and he would grant himself invincibility for a short period of time. So that's really cool. I wonder if that's something that Tabata gave the team. I have to look more into it though, because like I said, I haven't seen or played the game at all since the servers ended in December. But it's still a good observation to have. But yeah, they Rill's Twilight Valhalla against all of these living corpses. That's gonna be really cool to see moving forward. It's not gonna be a very long fight since the spell is short, but still cool nonetheless. And look at Rill, he looks really happy. He's ready to fight. Oh, and then we see Asta. He's you know, he's pretty much done everything he could. He said, "Sorry, I'm completely useless. The rest is up to you guys." So then we see Noelle, and she's smiling and she's like really happy, and she feels like Asta's done enough. And then unexpectedly, she's come to realize her true feelings, and she loves Asta. And that's such a big thing, because in the leaks and in the fan translations, specifically from TCB, great group by the way. I love all the translations and I love everything that they do. But the way they translated it, they say that she liked Asta, not loved. And they ended up clarifying once the officials came out that in Japanese it could be translated to either like or love, but they went the safer route in case the translations ended up being similar. But it ended up being different, and it ended up being in everyone's favor. It's really good, and we see that, you know, Noelle still she's truly realized her feelings for Asta. She loves him, which is kind of funny thinking about all the times before. You know, she acted like a little tsundere, and she was always nervous. But you know, I guess that just meant that she never truly understood her feelings for Asta this whole time. She just neglected it. She that's not to say she didn't like love him the whole time. It's just back then she just didn't realize it up until now, which will be interesting to see how, once this is all over with, how she starts interacting with Asta. I don't think we might see the same tsundere Noelle we've seen before. She might change quite a bit, but like she said, now isn't the time to think about it. The main priority right now is fighting Magicula, and then boom, final Saint stage. I love it. Oh my god, the design is really cool. But yeah, overall a short chapter, but a really good chapter nonetheless. And what I love about it the most is that Asta arrived not to, you know, save Noelle or to give her backup. He saw the situation. He was fearful of what was going on, but after he took a good look at Noelle, you know, he has confidence. He has full confidence in Noelle to be able to handle the situation. And thanks to that, Noelle just feels full of confidence and admiration and love towards Asta. And she's able to handle it. Or at least she feels like she can. So now in the next chapter, we're going to see both Noelle and Magicula fight. And I thought that was really cool, you know. Asta's here to see Noelle's big moment, and that's really awesome. I love that. Tabata just continues to prove why Noelle is one of the best written female characters, not just in Black Clover, but in most of Shonen, at least in my opinion. But yeah, solid chapter overall. It was 15 pages, and yeah, next week's chapter is going to be something really interesting to look out for. Still no arrival from anybody else, and still no clear sign of what's going on with Gaja. I'm not even sure if he's gonna be shown in the next chapter. It's probably gonna be a while before we see Gaja again. But from my understanding, he's likely still dying because he uses life force. I think real spell likely won't affect him. In fact, looking back, I don't think I see him within the range of Twilight Valhalla. And I think even if he did, it likely won't make a difference. Though I am curious to find out what the message he sent to Noelle is. But that aside, very solid chapter. Very, very good development for Noelle. I truly do love how she's, you know, understood her feelings for Asta. And it's just very good overall. Tabata just continues to do great with her. So now I'm really excited for the next chapter. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say about it. I really did enjoy this chapter, and it just makes me more excited for the next one. So yeah, here's looking forward to that, and here's continuing to enjoy the rest of the Spade arc.